Alright. Shalom, shalom. I'm going to give our praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai. Dub honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, all the brothers doing the work, the 144,000 hopeful elect. And tonight I'm going to be doing a video on Esau, Jacob's brother. Where are the descendants today, right? So we're going to get into this. I'm going to start the video. We're going to bring out some scriptures, and I'm going to show you a picture of Esau and his descendants today. And in this video, they got it wrong on who the descendants are, and he purposely did that because he don't want the world to know who the descendants of Esau are. But in this video, I'm going to show you who the descendants are. So let's start the video.
When reading the Old Testament, many individuals encounter different groups mentioned in the narrative. The Old Testament provides information about various peoples who claim to be relatives and brothers of the Israelites. Among these groups is the community of Edom, which had close connections with the Israelites. The Edomites were made up of different tribes, descendants of Esau's sons and grandsons, and they formed a unique community in relation to the Israelites. In response to numerous requests from our subscribers, this video will focus on the current location of Esau's descendants. We invite you to enjoy another video from our channel titled, "Where are the descendants of Esau today?"
Oh, Salakia, let me go back a little bit because I messed up the screen. So let's go back a little bit.
If you are already among these groups is the community of Edom, which had close connections with the Israelites.
And I'm glad that they put this picture up because you see this brown-skinned man. This is more of the color of the real Israelites right here. This is with the ruddy skin, dark skin. This is more this is a great depiction of the Israelites, right? It look like a black. These guys look like two black men. So he got that correct of what the Israelites would look like.
The Edomites were made up of different tribes, descendants of Esau's sons and grandsons, and they formed a unique community in relation to the Israelites. In response to numerous requests from our subscribers, this video will focus on the current location of Esau's descendants. We invite you to enjoy another video from our channel titled, "Where are the descendants of Esau today?" If you are already a subscriber,
and this is a great depiction of Esau Edom, right? You see the pale white dead flesh skin. This is what Esau Edom looks like, right? So this is a great picture right here of what Esau would look like.
Genuinely appreciate your support. Leaving a like encourages us to continue producing weekly videos based on scripture for you. However, if you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to watch our video until the end. If it resonates with you, consider subscribing to our channel so you won't miss out on upcoming content. Join us for another exciting video on our channel. When we think about Esau in the Old Testament, he is frequently linked to the biblical depiction of a man who is extremely hairy, bearded, and red-haired. However, it is often misconstrued that he had red hair, as the Bible does not explicitly mention this trait. In truth, when we delve into the Hebrew and Aramaic terms used in the biblical text, it becomes evident that the reference is not to the color of his hair, but rather to the tone of his skin. Esau was actually born with a ruddy, reddish complexion.
And that would basically be a description of the so-called white man today, right? You can see the blood through their skin, right? So, but what he doesn't explain is that Esau was a hairy man, right? So I can bring this right here, and I just pulled this up. I'm not going to put it up on screen. This is Genesis 27, and we start at 11. All right, it says, "But Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, Behold, my brother Esau is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man," right? Jacob, so-called black men have smoother skin, and Esau Edom have like hairy skin. They real hairy, hairy chest and hairy back and all that. I should find pictures of white men with hairy chest and with hairy back, but Esau more hairier than Jacob, the so-called black man. Us black men have smoother skin than the so-called white man, right? So that's just a little bit of what Esau Edom looked like. They're hairy like the so-called white man today.
Translations of the Bible sometimes portray him as having red hair, which has led to different interpretations. A notable observation is that, in contrast, Jacob was born with less hair and a skin tone that was not as reddish. During Rebekah's pregnancy, something captivating took place. She realized that her pregnancy was deviating from the norm, and she experienced peculiar sensations emanating from her belly, unlike those usually felt by a woman expecting twins. Confronted with this situation, she sought divine guidance and posed questions to God regarding the mysterious circumstances surrounding her pregnancy. It was an extraordinary event that demanded divine clarification. According to the Torah, an intriguing account reveals that when passing by a house dedicated to idolatry, the infant Esau exhibited signs of restlessness, as if desiring to leave, as if he belonged elsewhere. However,
That's wrong. That's a lie. He just made that up. The Torah, he said, the Torah is a lie. If anything, the infant Esau Edom would jump for joy because they love adulterous behavior, and you can see that when they pass their wives over to many men to sleep with the wife, what they call it, the wife swapping and all that. So if anything, the child would leap with joy because it's a sin. But let's get this. I'm gonna get what he was talking about the peculiar her being pregnant with twins. Right? We're gonna read this. This is Genesis 25 and 22. But the children struggled together within her, and she said, "If all is well, why am I like this?" So she went to inquire of the Lord, and the Lord said to her, "Two nations are in your womb, right? Esau Edom, and Jacob, this so-called black man. Two people shall be separated from your body. One people shall be stronger than the other, and the older shall serve the younger." And first who came out is Esau Edom, so he was the older. So you see Esau Edom, when Yahweh returns, Esau's gonna serve Jacob, the so-called black man, right? For the rest in the coming kingdom, right? So 24. So when her days were fulfilled for her to give birth, indeed there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red. He was like a hairy garment all over, right? So it explains right here. It says red. He was like a hairy. It was like a hairy garment all over. He was a hairy child. So they called his name Esau. Afterward, his brother came out, and his hand took the whole of Esau's heel, so his name was called Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when she bore them, right? Also, right here, I'm going to read this in 27. So the boys grew, and Esau was a skillful hunter, a man of the field, but Jacob was a mild man dwelling in tents. And you know what they always say about Jake, when Jake always say he chilling at the house. You know, I'm doing nothing but just chilling. That's what they say to their brothers, cousins, or family members. I'm just chilling at the house. So this is another trait that is Jacob was a so-called black man. That's another trait right there that shows that he was a black man. Right? And I just read to you that Jacob would dwell in the tents, and this is something that Jake do today. They like to chill at the crib or the apartment or the house. Just chill and just relax.
Confronted with a
Salakia. Got a commercial.
Max handles the driving. Pack at your
Torah study house, the same scenario repeated itself, indicating his inclination to depart from there as well, as if he belonged there. Intrigued by this enigmatic behavior and her son's simultaneous alignment with both idolatry and monotheism, Rebekah sought answers. She sought the wisdom of Shem, one of Noah's sons, who was a renowned prophet and maintained a study house. Shem's response was unambiguous and prophetic. Rebekah was not carrying just one son, but two. From her womb, two nations would emerge, destined for a peculiar dynamic of constant alternation between rise and decline. One would inevitably overpower the other, and vice versa. There would be no perfect harmony, and they would not walk together in stable balance. Although Rebekah knew of this peculiar destiny, she chose not to reveal it to her husband, Isaac. When the children were born, the firstborn was Esau, and the explanation for his name is revealed in a later chapter of the story. His name is derived from the Hebrew word Ezui, which we translate as Esau in English. Although it does not have a specific meaning in Hebrew, Esau is derived from the word azu, which conveys the notion of someone who is prepared or ready. This significance is evident in the Torah, which describes Esau as being born with a full head of hair and body hair, a remarkable feature for a newborn. From an early age, Esau's mother noticed the notable difference between her firstborn, Esau, and her younger son, Jacob. Jacob was known for his devotion to studying the Torah and was considered a pure and innocent man. In contrast, Esau had a restless spirit, seeking action and excitement as a hunter in the fields.
Exactly, and I'm going to show you a picture of Esau, Edom, and what they are today, and who they are. Let's go here. Right? You see Esau, Edom. He's hunting. He's hunting innocent animals, deers and all that. He loved to kill innocent stuff. And you got this picture down here of this guy. See that deer? He killed it for no reason. They just murderers. So this is basically who Esau, Edom is, and this is his descendants. You see the descendants of Esau right here on these pictures right here. A murderer. Right? So this is Esau, Edom's descendants. Straight killers. Let's continue with the video.
As twin brothers, Jacob and Esau were among the first groups associated with the Israelite people. Their Semitic origins resulted in a certain resemblance between them, including their appearance. Interestingly, in the Bible, Esau is also referred to as Edom. Thus, Esau and Edom essentially represent the same person, with Edom being the name of both Esau and the land inhabited by the Edomite people.
And this is true.
The term Edom has a literal meaning of red, which is significant because the land occupied by Esau's descendants was called the land of the Seir mountains, or the land of
And
mountains.
another small nugget is that they always say the devil is red. They always depict the devil as being red with horns. So this is great that he said that Esau, Edom is associated with the color red, right? The red devil, the serpent seed. Let's continue.
Mount Seir. This land was specifically designated by God for the descendants of Esau, Jacob's brother. Esau had 5 wives, Judith, Bamath, Mahalath, Ada, and Ohel. His sons and grandsons formed the first groups, including kings, among the Edomites, predating the Israelites in this aspect. One notable king among Esau's descendants was a man named Juba, who is essentially the biblical Job. Curiously, to the Egyptians, the Edomites were known by the ancient term Shu, just like the Midianites. These desert nomads mainly inhabited the region along the Jordan River, extending to an area near Saudi Arabia. Due to their desert lifestyle, the Egyptians perceived them as men of the sands, and often referred to them as such. The language spoken by the Edomites was Edomite, which many experts suggest was influenced by mingling with some Canaanites in the region. This led to the absorption of cultural traits, deities, and even a dialect similar to the local Canaanite language. While initially communicating in ancient Aramaic, it is believed that the Edomites eventually adopted a language closer to Canaanite and Phoenician due to Esau's initial wives originating from the Canaanite region. In summary, the language of the Edomites was a combination of Canaanite and Aramaic, reflecting their Canaanite and Aramean roots respectively. It is interesting to note that one of Esau's wives had Ishmaelite origins, belonging to the Arab lineages descended from Ishmael.
And you wonder why the so-called what did he say? Arab? Go back.
Belonging to the Arab lineages.
And you wonder why the Arabs and all them, they got the Saudi princes and all that. Why? Because they get cuts from Esau, Edom with the oil and everything. So they basically partners with Esau, Edom. And this makes sense of what he just said, that one of his wives was under Arab lineage. So it makes sense they both partners. So that's why you have the Saudi princes and Arabs have all the money and everything because they both partners together in wickedness. Let's continue.
Descended from Ishmael, who was part of Abraham's lineage. Esau married his cousin named Malad, whom he called Basmath. This choice reflected the Semitic tradition of marrying women of the same ethnicity and belief. By following this practice, Esau set a precedent for his children, encouraging them to marry within the same kinship. His attitude was influenced by his parents' disapproval.
And that didn't change. They kept that going on. You see that with the kings, the so-called kings, and the monarchy and everything, where they was interbreeding with each other and had all kind of disabilities and deformities with the different breeding with the monarchies and the kings and everything of Europe and everything. That's where that came from. They continued the tradition of the original Esau's line of his line of the Edomites.
Approval of marrying women from other peoples, such as the Canaanites. Thus, he took a wife from the same kinship, following the ancient laws and traditions of the Semites. Many people are curious about what happened to Esau's descendants and whether they still exist today. The answer is affirmative. The descendants of Esau, Jacob's brother, still exist and inhabit the Middle East region. Although they have intermixed with other Semitic peoples, they persist as a distinct people in that area.
Wrong. Well, he's right and wrong, right? This is probably what it's probably true that Esau Edom has a line still over there in that land, but most of the Esau Edom line is over here in America, and I'm going to show you. This is a bonus. Then I'm going to go to scripture. This is a bonus of Esau Edom's descendants, and this is the main family, right? This is Biden's family, and you see the descendants of Esau Edom. You got Hunter over here, the crackhead. You have Biden. You have Grandpa Biden, the demon, and you have his wife, the demon. And I don't know who these are. I guess it's his kids or grandkids or something like that. But this is the line of Esau Edom, right? You got this weirdo right here messing with kids and doing crack in the hotel. There's plenty of videos of that, but they scrub it from the media because they don't want people to see it. But it's out there. And this is the line of Esau Edom. You got Biden the demon, his wife, his descendants and grandkids. Right, this is a perfect example of Esau Edom coming over here to America, and taking the land from the original Native Americans, right? The land thieves. This Esau Edom. But let's go to scripture, and I'm gonna close the video out. Let's go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah 34, and this is gonna be the video. We're going to go down to 5. Alright, this is Esau Edom, and this is his judgment. Right? 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Indeed, it shall come down on Edom, and on my people of my curse for judgment. For the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made overflowing with fatness, with the blood of the lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord has a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Edom. The wild oxen shall come down with them, and the young bulls with the mighty bulls. Their land shall be soaked with blood, and the dust saturated with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, the year of his recompense for the cause of Zion, for what they did to the Israelites, the so-called black people, when they took us into slavery. Its screen shall be turned into pitch, and its dust into brimstone, and its lamp shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night or day. Its smoke shall ascend forever, from generation to generation. It shall lie waste. No one shall pass through it forever and ever. And that's what's going to happen when the nukes hit America. Like it's saying, the fire shall not be quenched. That's what's going to happen with all the fire from the nuclear destruction. But the pelican and the porcupine shall possess it. Also the owl raven shall dwell in it, and it shall stretch out over it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. And that's going to happen when the fires eventually go out with the nuclear destruction. This land is going to basically be a wasteland right? From the nuclear destruction, and only the wild beasts like the porcupine right here, the raven, the owl. That's on the place. That's on the animals gonna be here. Wild desert animals gonna live in America once the fires go out from the nuclear destruction, right? So this is 10. This judgment on Edom will never end. The smoke of his burning will rise forever, and the land will lie deserted from generation to generation. No one will live there anymore, right? And that's what I just told you, that the land is gonna be a wasteland for wild animals and owls and ravens, just wild desert animals and stuff like that. So nobody's gonna be over here in this land once the nuclear destruction hit America and the fires go down like it said. So we're gonna, with that, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elders and apostles of GMS, all the brothers doing their work. 144,000 hopeful elect. And with that, I want to say Shalom, Shalom. And the descendants of Esau, Edom, is the Biden family and the white so-called white man here in America. This is the descendants of Esau, Edom on the screen. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai. And 144,000 hopeful elect. Shalom, Shalom.